So Bob, after people go under contract, the next thing is they call us. We finalize their loan application. We send them their disclosures, and then any missing documents that we need at that time. Like we were talking about earlier, if they're already underwritten, all we need is an updated pay stub and bank statement. But one of the things that jam us up, that may delay closing, that makes everything an 11th hour fire drill, is homeowners insurance. So the second they sign their disclosures, we're like, look, the next phone call you need to make is to your insurance agent, get your policy drawn up, and have them send us over to the declaration page. RJ, what's that mean to you when somebody calls you?
First thing I do whenever I hear somebody's buying a house is, what's your closing date? Because that is all important. That is the deadline. And I look, okay, I want to have this done minimally 2 weeks, 3 weeks to a month earlier is best. So, because that really helps out the lender, right? They want to see that paperwork. They need to see those documents. And that's no problem when it comes to me. But I frequently, to your point, Jeff, I frequently get people that, I'm closing in a week and a half. I need homeowners insurance. You know what? We get it done every time too. That's doable. The more time you have, the better. And when we're talking about home inspections and things like that, I actually prefer to talk to people before they go to a home inspection, because I line them up with questions to ask directly with the home inspector. We mentioned before that it's so important to have a home inspection, and if you can be there, that's even better. I strongly recommend that, because you want to talk to that home inspector and see what is going on with the house. Home inspection, the whole point behind it is to find out what the problems are.
Amen.
I look at it as what is in the house, not just with the problems, but what's going to be a problem 5, 10 years down the road, because that's some of the questions that I get into. How old's the roof? What kind of wiring's in there? What kind of plumbing? How old's the furnace? All that stuff. And if you're there for the home inspection, that really sets us up early. And so home inspections usually come early in the buying process, right?
Amen.
Early
Yes.
in the contract.
Early.
So the earlier you talk to a home insurance agent, the better. That's number one. Number two, you want to think about things overall, your insurance perspective, because you're not, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, it's not just auto insurance you're thinking about, okay? You're talking about all of your belongings, your biggest investment, your house, your dream home, hopefully. We want to think about all that, and I think about it as a whole package, because your auto insurance actually plays into this. These days, packaging, bundling discounts, that is no joke. That is huge. I literally see $500 swings in home insurance premiums of some companies, whether you have a bundling discount or not. So that is huge. So I'd say another thing, if you know you're going to be buying a house within the next year, if you have a hunch of it, don't change your auto insurance unless it is that bad. It has to be really bad, because it could actually wind up being even more money in your home insurance premium down the road. I talk to people that have just changed their auto insurance a couple months before, and that makes a big difference, believe it or not. So something else to consider. It's really important to talk to an insurance professional about this, hopefully me, because I will guide you to finding you the best deal. What policy is best for you, and how do we get the best deal? My whole mantra is, knowing what I know, how do I put you in the best shoes? So, Jeff, I don't know if that answers your question or not, but
Yeah.
that's some of the big perspectives I look at when talking to folks. Is the timing is huge, and earlier in the process, if we can talk earlier, the better.
I didn't realize changing your car insurance or your auto insurance prior to buying a home could jam you up.
Not necessarily jam up, but in some rare cases, yeah. But flat out, if you're better off with your auto insurance and not switching your auto insurance, or that auto insurance company isn't offering a good home insurance deal, you're going to wind up paying more for home insurance.
Wow.
Yep.
And many times when things do work out, I'm talking to the people early, and we're able to either keep them with their same auto insurance company and put them with the same company on home insurance. They wind up saving, or a lot of times I'll wind up saving them money on both,
Wow.
auto and home.
Good
So it's
stuff.
a win-win.
Good stuff, RJ. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one other thing to touch base on too, when we're putting an offer together, is a home warranty. You know, a home warranty, I would always recommend talking to your realtor that you choose And there's different products out there, different types of home warranties out there, and find one that fits your needs because it can definitely help, especially tied back to a home inspection. If the appliances and everything were working at the time of the home inspection and you have a home warranty, then you're double protected. So if you do file a claim shortly after you move into the property, which we know happens, this way here you have a home inspection that supports that the appliance or whatever you're claiming was in working order when the inspection was done, and it ties right back into your home warranty then. So there's no discrepancy if you once you order a home warrant or once you order a service call on a home warranty claim.
Good stuff.
So now we're on to the final steps. So what are the final steps? You want to get your mortgage commitment, and typically that's 14 days prior to the closing. One thing that you should never, ever, ever do that we see happen, I know you're going to laugh at this one, Jeff, some people go out and make a large purchase.
Oh man. So we have like 10 thou shalt nots, right? Whenever you make application. And just keep in mind, we'll just keep it simple. What the lender's trying to do is get a snapshot of your financial picture. And if you're moving things through those 30 days or 45 days that you're under contract closing on your home, then we have to restart the process. So if you make a big purchase, that's going to change your credit. That's going to change your credit. That's going to change your debt to income ratio. If you move money. So we just ask you to sit still
Right.
for 30 to 45 days until you close, and don't do anything crazy during the loan process. And I could go on for days about things that have happened in telling people, like, you know, right before closing, somebody goes, hey, I spent my down payment money that was gifted to me on a vacation, right? Or, hey, I just charged $20,000 on my credit card. You know, we just ask you to sit still after application.
Hey, Jeff, great news. I just furnished my whole house.
That's a plan. Yeah. Did you finance the whole thing?
Of course.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah.
You approved me, remember?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So after you're pre-approved, just sit tight, right? Don't make any big moves. And before you make any moves, I think you said it earlier, please call your loan officer before you do anything. Yeah.
Exactly. So then the other things that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to set up a walkthrough prior to closing. Typically that's done one day prior to closing. That'll give you an opportunity for one last view of the house to make sure it's acceptable in an acceptable condition. If there was any type of contingencies based off the home inspection, repairs that needed to be completed or whatever, that's your time to view that, make sure it's completed, and you'll sign off and say you accept the home as it is. The other thing you will receive within 3 business days is what they call an ALTA, and that typically comes from the closing company. It'll be a breakdown of all the charges and everything that'll be covered at the closing. And it'll also supply what you need and money to bring to the closing table with you the day of closing. So then you're going to prepare for that. You want to make sure you contact your utilities. You know, so many people forget to do that, but you got to contact your utilities. Make sure you take the utilities from the seller to the buyer so when you move in, you have that ready to go. The other thing is you'll need a certified check for the amount that the ALTA designates. You also need to have ID. You'll receive keys and door openers. You also receive all the documents and copies of the documentation from the closing company. So last but not least, enjoy your new home. And hopefully through the process, I've gained a lifelong friend and I'll be your realtor for life. And the biggest satisfaction I can get is referrals from you.
That's good stuff. And the thing is, even after closing, just know this, we're not done with you. Because a lot of companies use the courthouse recordings as a database. So you'll start getting things in the mail that say, don't forget to pay $80 for your deed, or don't forget to pay for this insurance. When you get those documents, please reach out to either your real estate agent or your lender to make sure that it's not spam or you're wasting your money.
Yes.
Because most of that stuff we've already taken care of for
Right.
you. As a lender, the other thing we do is we're going to monitor interest rates for you. Before you close, whatever rate you currently got, we're going to say, hey, what's your dream rate? And if you tell us your dream rate is 5%, then when your parameters in 5% is available, we're going to reach out to you. We're going to call you and say, hey, 5% is available. Here's how much you could save on your monthly payment. And then we're going to have a conversation. Do you want to refinance and save that money right now? Because oftentimes, once a lender closes with you, they don't follow up. We want to stay in touch because we don't want you overpaying that interest, which could be tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. We want to make sure that you're always in your best financial position. And if you want more information from our team, you can follow us on any platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Just go to LagoneMortgageGroup.com or Lagone Mortgage Group on any of those platforms, and we put out short videos, usually less than 30 seconds, that just help educate you, that you can share with your friends and family about buying a home, buying real estate, and building a net worth.
Awesome stuff.
Good deal.
I want to thank all of our chamber members for providing the information that they have done with you today, and look forward to other chamber members sharing their expertise. And all of your information will be listed on our website, that if any of you would like to follow up, please go to www.bpchamber.org or call the office. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you.